Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I get asked quite a few times of what equipment I use to make these videos. In the description down below you will see exactly what I use and where to buy it. If you use the links that I've provided down below, I get a little kickback as well. So obviously that helps the channel out. So with that done, let's crack on with the video. So we start this one off with an accident, a very unusual thing on this channel. I have an accident for you to view. But it's not up first, it's up second. We come to a roundabout in a minute, and I don't know how many times I've said it, why it is so confusing. It's priority to traffic approaching from the right. It's so easy, isn't it? But not for these two cars coming up on the left-hand side. These two idiots. For some reason they seem to think they've got priority over this lorry in front of me. Yes, the lorry should go round the roundabout, but that is an awful roundabout to get round being that size, so I don't see any problems with him going over it. Here's the accident. We're looking over to the right hand side, that white van. I have no idea what the idiot was looking at. I'm going to freeze frame it and show you it again in slow motion. Not once did he look to the right. Look at him there, he's looking straight to the left hand side there. And show you in slow motion, he's just not looking at all. This is basic stuff. Basic. It's ridiculous. How these people get a driving licence? Well, maybe he hasn't got one, that's a problem. Yep, what a ridiculous size spoiler that is. And where's your front number plate? He's got one on the back, as well as that great big spoiler. How ridiculous does that look? Now as I pull out of this estate here, there's been roadworks on this road for quite a while with temporary lights. And the usual sort of thing happens, people just block up junctions. Now, I've not given this girl any stick or anything like that, any horn or anything like that, because I can see, because she's not looking to the left-hand side, she knows she's done something wrong. And she's doing everything not to have eye contact with me. I think we've all been there, haven't we? But here's something coming up that really annoys me again. There he is, just casually on his phone. They don't even try and hide it nowadays, do they? Because there's no police on the street. So I'm sitting here waiting at a red light. You know what's going to happen. Someone's going to go through it. Yep, the usual suspect. On his mobile phone as well. Brilliant, eh? But we're looking at the car directly in front of me. Now I have no idea where you're going over there, matey, because you're not indicating. Now this again is basic stuff. If he's turning right, indicate and we can go past each other at the same time. If he's going straight on, he has priority. But what he does is flash me. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't pick it up. You okay? Try, just indicate. Don't flash me, just indicate. We can go past each other. Now in this clip, I'm just pulling into Lidl at Rose Hill. I'd spot these youths on the left-hand side, and this happened. Right. You. Yes, they threw a load of stones at me and my car. We see it from the rear camera now. Right. You. And here's the thing, not one of them, not one, run away. It's like that behaviour is acceptable. I did confront them. Oi, my name's obviously all dressed up as ninjas. It's obvious what they're up to no good if they're dressed like that. But I do catch two before they've hooded up. Someone must know who these two are. Remember in the car short on Rose Hill, Sutton area.
My name's Bob.
I did contact the Metropolitan Police about this. I even contacted Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, and because I live in this area, I even contacted my local MP. And guess what? Some of you won't be surprised about this. Guess what? Not one of them has even bothered to reply to me about it. I've shown them the video, everything that you've just seen, and not one of them has replied. Bearing in mind, 2 of them are up for election shortly. So, good job, boys. Anyway, this did continue into the car park, the little car park. I put my camera away, stupidly enough, but I thought I was going to be having to defend myself, to be honest, because a few of them did actually come face to face with me, calling me a pussy, with his 10 mates behind him, calling me a pussy. Yeah, and then threw more stones at me. Yeah, they did ask me why I was videoing, so obviously not the sharpest tool in the toolbox as well. You know, it's like, why do you think I'm videoing you? You just threw a load of stones at my car, you idiot. But it just goes to show you they're confronting me about videoing them and why I'm doing it. Like, this behaviour is acceptable. And it obviously is, because the police haven't got back to me about it at all. No one has. It's just, what, broken Britain or what? What was that all about? Just gonna wait. Have a look, make sure the road's clear before you go through the red light. Now the camera doesn't quite do this justice. There's 2 lanes, as you can see, turning left. There's no one to my right hand side at the moment anyway, but this car just comes out of nowhere. And I don't believe he knew that he was this close to me. Now this is another driver that only sees the front of their bonnet and that's it. Sometimes, even if you've got priority, you give it up to someone else because it's just makes more sense for them to have it. That red car that was down there, he was going to let me have priority there, but I've got a place to wait and I give it back to him. Same as the white car here. It's this car here that should be waiting now, because I've got cars behind me that are not forward planning as well. They can only see the front of their bonnet and that's it. Now if that car would have been waiting back there, everyone would have been through this gap a lot bloody quicker. But because these 2 are not thinking properly neither, everyone's waiting. Just wait there roughly and let us pass and then you go. You'd have been away a lot quicker. Now this coming up is a little bit of a one-way system here. That big arrow right there, right in front of us, is a bit of a giveaway. Unbelievable. There's a great big one-way sign there, right in front of you. Now in this clip, we're not looking at the Audi, believe it or not. We're looking at oncoming traffic. A big lorry. A big bully boy lorry, in actual fact. Look at this on the right hand side now. Really? That just really isn't acceptable. Remember the Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy said this to the Scarecrow?
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
As we're coming up to this bike, see where his helmet is? His crash helmet? On the handlebars. See what's on his head? Nothing. How stupid can you get? As Dorothy says.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
I think I could play that little track all day long out on the road. Because look at this one in front of us here. What does she think that lane is to the right hand side for? That one there. Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon that's for? Now, I'm pretty sure she was on the phone. You can't actually see it, but there was no one else in the car and she was laughing her head off and looking at something. But it was hands-free. It wasn't in her hands. But, yeah, it's still a distraction. Now, I know I sound like a broken record most of the time here, but the golden rule of pulling out is if you make someone slow up, or slow down, is it slow up or slow down, then you shouldn't have pulled out. Simple as that. It's a real simple one. And speaking of simple ones, pedestrians, over to the left hand side. They've obviously got a red man when we've got a green light, but it doesn't bloody stop them walking out.
Look at these stupid people.
Not sure we can find a way of doing it. Don't forget to tune in this Friday. You were actually quite outrageously rude to everyone in Wales when we were over in Qatar. What was it you did?
You had time to stop.
You took a flag down.
Yes. Plenty of time.
A Welsh shirt off the wall. A Welsh shirt, my shoes with it. Yeah. Who was in the top 10?
Now I'm going to need answers on a postcard about this one. I was always taught many years ago that you don't do 3-point turns in a busy road. What about something this size doing a 3-point turn or a turn in the road? Whatever you want, whatever way you want to say it, it doesn't really matter. Something this big doing a 3-point turn in the road on a main road, keeping everyone waiting. It's a little bit different, I suppose, because he can't go down a side road and do a 3-point turn in the road, whatever you want to call it. So, what do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. Should he be doing that? The jury's out with me, I'm afraid, on that one. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.